Hey guys, welcome back. Thanks for joining me. If you haven't yet, please go down below and click to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. It's been a couple weeks since I've posted, and to be honest, I just haven't really been inspired to film, and I have been busy with other things. So I'm making this video today as kind of a quick pick-me-up for myself as well as for all of you to get back into the swing of things and remind myself why I got onto YouTube in the first place. Today's video is going to be about the benefits of microdosing during this quarantine. Quarantine has obviously been a very weird, strange time for all of us, and I think that there are little things that I've been able to incorporate into my daily routines to just make the days seem more constructive and emotionally and mentally engaging. And microdosing is one of those tips. I actually took a little bit of a break from microdosing for a while, and there wasn't really a rhyme or reason behind it, but I just kind of forgot about it and didn't feel like doing it. I wasn't inclined. And then recently I got back into it, and it's been really beneficial. I think that incorporating a microdose into my daily routine for 3 or 4 days out of the week really kind of breaks up some of the monotonous thought patterns that I tend to find myself getting into. It also can spark creativity. It can spark new inspiration to do things like film or other little creative projects. It can really spark the idea to call up an old friend or catch up with someone, or even just getting a fresh take on a current situation. I've been microdosing psilocybin mushrooms in capsule form, and it is a really easy way, I think, to reap the benefits of microdosing without having to take a full-blown trip. And with microdosing, you're still rendering yourself useful and productive in everyday life, which makes all the difference for me. I really don't like to be or feel incapacitated in any way. I want to feel fully with it and present and coherent and productive every day. So I would have to say the biggest benefit of incorporating microdosing into my day-to-day life during quarantine is that it really does provide perspective on the current situation. It allows me to look at my situation objectively and kind of release some of that criticism or fear that starts to crop up in such uncertain times. It also allows me to be more present. I tend to be someone who's constantly focused on what's next and the future and making future plans. And when I'm microdosing, I'm really forced to slow down and recognize my current situation and show some gratitude for it. So I found it to be really helpful to couple a microdosing practice with a meditation practice and a gratitude journal. They just all really work together nicely. So yeah, I'm curious to hear from you guys if anyone else has been microdosing during this quarantine, how it has impacted your day-to-day life and maybe helping you to get into some healthy and productive habits and patterns. And lastly, I do want to say that if any of you have been curious about microdosing, but you maybe didn't have the time to kind of pause in your pre-quarantine schedule and lifestyle to experiment with it and find yourself in a safe space to try it and try something that's brand new, quarantine could be the perfect time for you to try microdosing for the first time, because you are at home, hopefully, I'm guessing. You're at home, you're in a safe, comfortable, familiar space, And we're also kind of all in this forced slowdown. So now is the perfect time, if there ever was one, to get started with a microdosing practice if you've never tried it before. So that's really it. I just wanted to check in and say hi, check on all of you, and see how everyone is doing with their microdosing practices during quarantine. And if anyone has had hustle never stops. If anyone has had any kind of breakthroughs or revelations while on their microdosing practice during this quarantine, I'd love to hear about those as well. So please let me know down in the comments, and if there are any other really specific topics or questions that you'd like to see answered in a future video, also please let me know. I'm always looking for new content on this topic to create. One more little note. I truly believe that it is crucially important that we in this community, hi Louie, that we in this community continue to spread the awareness and knowledge and information about psychedelics and microdosing. And it is crucially important that we continue to do so in a responsible way. And part of that is me having to repeat that I am not in the business of procuring these substances, LSD, psilocybin, you name it. I'm not in the business of procuring them. Please do not ask. Please do not comment asking where I get my psychedelics or anything else for that matter. This channel is purely dedicated to spreading awareness and information about how psychedelics can aid in mental health journeys and in your awareness journey and your overall well-being. So that being said, please keep the comments positive and constructive, and let's keep this community moving forward and not allow credibility of these substances to be diminished because people are talking about them and using them irresponsibly. So please keep that in mind as you engage with this community as well as other communities revolving around psychedelic substances. I really feel strongly about that. All right, that's it for today. I'm back hopefully every week, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye.